We actually had people in the waiting room. That's cool. Hey, Bo, I'm gonna add you right now. Just give me a second. Add. Cool. Make sure everything's working. Hey.
Hey, Russ, can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you. I can see you. Everything is good. Same. Yep. Okay. Cool. Um, well, we're waiting for a couple of people to join. I just wanted to go over a couple of things real quick, just with everybody who's going to watch this now and also later. Um, the YouTube channel is now at 1,955 subscribers, which is really cool.
Huh?
The goal for the end of the year is going to be, well, I set it at 2,500. That's where I'd like for the channel to be. Um, but the reason behind that is not just to get subscribers and all that kind of stuff, because although I am a YouTuber, I'm not a professional YouTuber. I do other things in life.
Right.
The main reason why I'm telling you guys this is because the more chances this channel has to get in front of the eyes of other people, the objective is to give back either continuously to the same organization or to switch it up year over year, which is cool. So for this year, I've decided to donate all of the earnings that this channel makes to Mind Over Land. They're a veterans-based nonprofit organization that takes veterans back out, on 3, 4, 5, 6 day long adventures, helping them to reacclimate into the community at large. And I think that that's a really cool mission that they've done. And it takes about $150 or so to get per veteran to go on one of their trips. And so the idea is to raise as much money as possible. And now that this channel is monetized, like through ad revenue and stuff like that, we're earning about $1 a day, which isn't like a ton of money, but it's more than nothing, you know. Um, so the goal for that is to get up to at least $1,000, and then I'll add in whatever it takes to get, because I would love to send 10 veterans on a trip. I think that would be really, really cool. So the ways to help are obviously watch the videos on this channel. When the ad pops up, watch it. I know that's really hard to do a lot of times. You just want to skip through things, but every time
Right.
you actually watch an ad, it's an ad to you, and it makes the channel ad revenue. So that is one way to help. The second way to help is during these live sessions, there is an option to um, do a super chat. So if you donate money inside of the chat box, it goes directly to that. So I think it starts at like 99 cents or something, but you can make it for whatever. And then third is super thanks. In the video later, you can actually put a super thanks thing inside of the comments, which also donates money. I think that that's really cool. And then finally, having nothing to do with my channel, you can go to mindoverland.org, and I think you can donate directly there. If not, you can get in touch with them and find out how you can help, which is really cool. So, oh, we got Travis here. What's up?
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, man. I wasn't really. I mean, I'm glad that you're here. I wasn't like all amped or anything, but that's cool. Nah, man. Also,
I,
guys, if you're watching, we're definitely going to be trying to keep in touch with or keep an eye on the chat. I'm horrible at it because it's tiny and I'm getting older. So let's just in there. We'll bring up some of the comments that we see for sure.
awesome.
And we love them old folks. So tonight's guest is Bo Rosa. He's been sitting there for like 4 minutes waiting for me to get done with all of this chat and so on. And Bo is the president of the Southern Four Wheel Drive Association. The website is sfwda.org. You can find out a lot of information that we are going to talk about on their website. But Bo, please introduce yourself to the people.
Well, like you said, my name is Bo. I'm the president of Southern Four Wheel Drive. I've been president since 2021. I've been Southern since roughly 2016, 2015. It's been a blast.
Well, that's obviously you've had a lot of time with the organization as the president, going on several years. What
Yep.
is like? How long have you been involved with the organization as a whole?
As a whole, I would say since My home Jeep club joined, I think, in 2012 ish.
Hmm.
Uh, it's been a while, so
Yeah.
um, yeah. So been involved with been involved with them for quite a while.
You laughing at the old, loving the old folks?
Yeah. Uh, One of my good friends, Travis, is cracking me up.
Oh yeah, man. Nice new flannel, by the way, Travis. Just want to let you know that. Nice new flannel. Your Toyota official. That's it. um, well, tell me a little bit more about the home Jeep Club and where you are and where like how you got involved with SOE or sfwda.org.
Yeah, so my home Jeep club, I'm based out of Greensboro, North Carolina, is
Hmm.
Triad Jeep Club.
Okay.
Uh, Found them when I got my first TJ, just on the old Google machine,
Hmm.
and found them. They're an awesome group of people, kind of like a big family. They're one of the few clubs that requires you to take the free online Tread Lightly class. The Tread
That's
Lightly,
cool.
yeah. So that's a requirement to join. And that's kind of what got me started with everything with Southern, um, with kind of being more active than just a trail rider. There
Hmm.
was named Scott Fields who was very active at UARI and signed me up to be a master tread trainer for Tread Lightly. And he would randomly pull me up at events and say, "Hey, Bo, talk to him about Tread Lightly." Uh, so that just kind of flowed into Southern. Southern and Tread Lightly work hand in hand because our mission is conservation, education, recreation. Tread Lightly basically is the same thing, although a
Same
little bit.
here.
So we support them and they support us. It's been a fantastic partnership between the two.
Now, over the years, I mean, obviously, like I haven't been involved with the organization for very long. Like just before, I would say about 3 months before the Wari Trail Fest, when I was out there
Yeah,
and led some trails with you guys. Um, but I mean, obviously, there are partnerships with Tread Lightly. There are partnerships with Rhino USA. There's you guys do a lot of really cool stuff. Like even recently, my buddy Zach, you guys went out to what is it, Golden Mountain? Like they're trying to start it up, and you guys are out there
yeah.
helping to clear trail. And so, tell us about that event.
So that was a pretty awesome opportunity. We partnered with some members of Rock Solid OHV Club. So
Hmm.
Rock Solid is a Southern Four Wheel Drive member club, and then there's some other individuals there as well. But the owners of Golden Mountain Park put it out there. They were interested in, what's the OHV community's response? Are they interested in having this park back open? And they're very positive people. They enjoyed seeing the OHV community come out, just on a work day. It really wasn't even a whole lot of notice
Hmm.
that was out there for the work day. And we had probably 100 people show up, spend the whole day out working. Um, People came from 7, 8 hours away. Uh,
Yeah, man, you've got like I was watching Zach's video, and he came out, and you got the opportunity to run the trails as well in multiple different vehicles. It's
yeah,
like a little four wheeler thing where it looks just like a golf cart. I don't know what it was, like a gator or something.
yeah, our buddy Moose, Moose was on the loose with like a gator. Yeah, it's on its side. It spent some time on its lid. If Moose, he spends some times on his side and sometimes on his lid. But yeah, there was everything from the little gator all the way up to the buggies.
Yeah.
Um, Trails really looked amazing. So that park's been closed since just before COVID, so
Hmm.
2018, 19ish, which is a number of years, really, if you think about how much a trail could grow in.
Hmm.
The trails were beautiful. The property was beautiful. Um, I look to see it. It's going to be Golden Mountain Park will be open shortly.
Yeah, I think it's really cool that, as we see trails start to close, unfortunately, um, that there's going to be a lot more options than just Windrock in the area or something like that to provide some challenging trails as well as some beautiful camping opportunities. I know that they are really trying their best to build it out as quickly as possible, but um, as well as they possibly can, not to just open it to open it, right? They
Right.
want to do things the right way, and I think it's really cool that they have the dirt track there. They've got
Yeah.
like the pavilion up top. They're gonna expand out their camping eventually, and the shower
Mhm.
house and stuff like that. So I think that's great, especially because I mean, Windrock is like 2.5 hours for me. It's a lot further for you. It's a
Yeah.
lot further for the guys that are in Raleigh. You know, to drive all the way across the state into Tennessee and then go another 2 or 3 hours.
Right.
Uh, but having something that is uh, another destination style park that you can go in and just have a really good time with. I think that that's fantastic for the family that owns it. I think
Mm.
it's a husband, wife, and their son. I
Yes.
can't remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really excited for that, and I'm really excited that that you guys had that opportunity, and got involved in it. I'm sure it'll be a lasting thing
Yeah.
there for sure.
Fantastic thing. Of course, Southern had the very last event at the facility. So right after our last event there, it closed, and Southern spent a lot of years at Golden Mountain, and most of our
Mhm.
Southern membership is chomping at the bit, um, uh, having a third Southern event, and there's going to be a third Southern event probably this year. And that third one will be at Golden Mountain. I'm super excited about it. My team is super excited about it. It's going to be awesome.
That's really cool. I mean, I'm super excited about it as well. I've never been. It's right here. It's not that far away, so I am looking forward to doing that, as well as hitting some other trails in the area. And just kind of walking it back for a second.
Hmm.
How many events? Well, let me ask you this: what kind of events and activities do you guys put together throughout the year? And then what are the biggest events that you guys put on?
So we really put on just two events a year, or have the last several years. Uh, TrailFest in the spring and Dixie Run in the fall.
Mhm,
Dixie Run is typically bigger than TrailFest. TrailFest is an event that's kind of designed to go to different parks, different locations every couple of years,
mhm,
to take you out of your normal park. If you ride the same park over and over and over again, come out to a TrailFest because it's going to be at a different park, maybe one that you've never
mhm.
been to, to give you more exposure, kind of build those skills instead of seeing the same obstacles.
Right.
We already it's 40 minutes from me. Uh,
Yeah.
Several
Lucky.
hours. This is a fantastic opportunity for me to go see what Coalmont has to offer,
Yeah.
face different challenges. Um, but yeah, so TrailFest is awesome. Dixie runs at Windrock, and of course, Windrock. That it's
Mhm.
There's trails forever you can ride till you're sick of riding in the seat, and then
Yeah.
take a beautiful vista. Windrock is beautiful. Um, but yeah, those are our two main events. We support a lot of events. The team that we have going on right now, they'll go out to other events and represent Southern and talk about responsible off-roading, promote tread lightly, and that sort of stuff. So the team itself might participate in 20 or 30 events throughout the year, whereas the Southern core events are Trailfest and Dixie Run. And
Yeah.
this year we're going to have, there's no hope, we're going to have a third event.
Right
Um,
on.
determined.
Well, yeah. That's going to be awesome. I can't wait for each of those. I will be at the Trail Fest.
Yeah.
And so at this point, I don't know what communication that you might want to impart, but the last I checked, there really wasn't a whole lot of slots left for the volunteering for the actual trail rides. But if somebody wanted to help out at this year's Trail Fest, do you have any outstanding needs at this point? Like, how can we help get the word out to get volunteers to help out at the event?
Yeah. So this year, and we have a sign up genius sign up. The link is on the Trailfest website, which is sfwda.org/trailfest. Or you can go to sfwda.org and click the Trailfest option. And that right there will a option for you to register as a participant or register as a volunteer. There's slots. I think our team is set up for 3 hour slots. We decided to let volunteers come to the event for free. So, if you want to come to the Trail Fest and you're, a little bit short on cash, volunteer for 3 hours. Come participate in
Mhm.
the event. Save yourself a couple bucks. Um, as far as trail guides, um, my theory on trail guides is the more we have, the better it is. Um,
Yeah, sure.
I love seeing rides go out with 4 people and they come back smiling and man, we just built a family out of 4 guys. Trail Fest you were at,
Yeah.
um, it
Yeah,
was
we had 6 in our group, and I was loving it. We had a wonderful time, hitting all the D trails at Uwari. Now
yep.
that would have been a lot less fun with 15 rigs.
So I always love seeing more trail guides, and I kind of doing stuff with Jeep Jamboree. I've
Mhm.
been a trail guide for them before, and that's something. Trail guiding is something I really enjoy because I love seeing somebody, say for example, that's never done Dickie Bell or Daniel at UR, do it for the first time, and their eyes light up. Oh my God, I can't believe I
Mhm.
just did that. To me, a lot of times that's better than me doing the obstacle.
Yeah, yeah, it's super thrilling. I mean, when I was there, we had an it was a two-door TJ open on 33s, and he had a hand throttle and it was manual.
Yeah.
So it was a challenge to get him up Dickie Bell on that, and it was been I think it was like his third or fourth time even driving taking the thing off road.
Oh my
So
God.
it was a lot of fun. I just put it
Yeah.
that way. It was a lot of fun, and we had a completely stock Gladiator. Uh, so there was a lot of belly scraping and
Yep.
wheel waving and stuff like that. So yeah, absolutely. Highly recommend going to check out TrailFest to not only check out another place, but also get some experience and just have a great time with the people that are around you. Even if you have a group of 15 people, it's not
Right.
the same as taking 15 people down a dirt road or Forest Service road. It is not the same.
Right.
Um, so you will learn a lot, you gain a lot of experience, and you might cuss a little bit, but you're going to have a really good time, you know,
Yep.
throughout the whole thing. Um, but having said all that, I know that that one's coming up. It's you can find out all the information on your guys' website on the events page.
Yep.
So if anybody that's watching this now or later wants to help out, volunteer, make sure to go fill out that form on the website. That's sfwda.org. You can go under the events; it's there, or you can just do /trailfest. You'll be able to find all of the information you need there. So
Yep.
now, like, I also recently noticed that you do have a partnership with Rhino USA, and they're providing trash bags. So
Yeah.
besides the big events, you guys do a lot of volunteering and a lot of trail maintenance
Yep.
throughout the year, just as individuals that are sponsored by the club. So I know that you guys were saying, hey, if people need the trash bags to go out and do something like that, what's all that about?
Yeah. So um, this year we really wanted to focus on boots on the ground, giving back to the trails that we all love. Here, I'm local to Uwari. There's a work day every third Saturday of the month. That all the clubs, the locals come out. We do stuff like trail maintenance, unfortunately, guardrail putting up,
Hmm.
track cleanup, and stuff like that. So this year we really want to highlight those opportunities for people to give back to the trail system. It could be a private trail system, a public trail system. Doesn't matter. You love your trails that you love, you know.
Hmm.
Um, and that's one of the 5 principles of tread lightly is do your part. So we really want to highlight that and support those clubs that are doing that. If a club says, "Hey, we could use some trash bags for a trail cleanup," or they want to apply to Southern for a grant for a specific tool that they might need to accomplish a project. At URI, 2-man augers. Um, if you've ever used them, you have a love-hate relationship with the
Hmm.
auger because it is solid rock.
Oh yeah.
Um, so this year we're really wanting to support the clubs, or not necessarily. It doesn't have to be a club. If it's a group of individuals that go wheeling together that go, hey, I really think this area needs a project and we could help out. Yeah, Dave picks up side by side windshields. Um, but you know, if we can help, we want to help. Um, I think it's a good thing for us to do. Like I said, our mission is conservation, education, recreation. Um, we want to focus on conservation. Our education director, Mike, is really working on some cool education items. I won't let out his secrets, but we do have the free education courses at TrailFest, such as Mike does guided rides. Sometimes he does and recovery courses. Have a friend of mine named Darren from TNT Overlander. He's going to teach medic trauma type stuff. Um, I've gotten permission from Off Road Communications. They are an awesome Southern four-wheel drive supporter. They sell like your GMRS, your CB, your ham stuff. So
Sure.
I work with them, and we're going to teach some radio classes.
Oh,
So there's
cool.
a lot of stuff going on as far as education, and of course recreation. We're going to have all the guided rides you want to do out at Coalmont to go wheel.
Oh, yeah. So, I mean, kind of getting back to conservation side of it too. I touched on it briefly and saying that the Forest Service and across the entire country trails are getting shut down.
Yep.
And personally, I feel like just going out and wheeling a trail, taking a trash bag with you, and cleaning up some campsites and stuff like that isn't too much to ask for a lot of people. I mean, first off, don't throw your shit like just out. Just
Right.
don't do that. But secondly, help clean up a little bit. Take a trash bag with you, and just stop at a campsite for lunch and clean it up. While you're there. That would be a huge improvement on all of like the Forest Service road campsites, all of that kind of stuff. It's an easy drive, easy day. You can make an activity, and I really wholeheartedly applaud all of the people that do that. I think it's great. If you do want to do more, you can join organizations or get with organizations like Southern to go out with other people and make a big thing of it. Uh,
Right.
and I know that in North Georgia, my buddy Brad, Black Bear Off Road, they organize things all the time through North Georgia, and I think I've been on a couple of those, but they've done, I think in the past few years, they've done like 7 or 8 of them, and it's great to see that everybody coming out, working together as a community, cleaning it up, um, pulling mattresses out of creeks. I mean, all kinds of crazy stuff.
Yep. Yep.
But
For
what,
Forest Service is, if you happen to spend an hour or two with your buddies, just cleaning a campsite, you can actually call your local Forest Service, say, hey, I spent an hour, 2 hours, whatever it was,
Mhm.
doing trail cleanup, and they can log that as volunteer hours, which they get
They get
funding.
funding for.
Yeah, so even at the end of the day, you're standing around a campsite, you go, man, let me pick some of this up. Call the Forest Service, log your hours.
Yeah.
Those go back to the trail. It's really good.
So that's really interesting. I did not know that. So that's definitely something I'm going to be doing because I pretty much it's not every trail that I ride, but on quite a few of them, that's just part of something that I do. I've got like a trasharoo and a trash bag or whatever, and I just pick stuff up. But that's really cool because knowing that the Forest Service for that particular district would get the funding, I would assume.
Yeah, it's like
And
$20 an hour for a.
geez. Okay, cool. That's really great information. I'm gonna have to do that. Is there any other like contact with like the ranger station or whatever else, or like organizing cleanups with them? Like, how do you guys go about doing that? Do you have any partnerships with the actual Forest Service?
Yeah, if you have a group of people, just call your local Forest Service and say, hey, my group would love to do a trail cleanup. Um, there are a couple of forms depending on which forest you're in.
Hmm.
Um, our member clubs, Georgia Bounty Runners does a fantastic trail cleanup. They do one in March. They've got one in October. Those guys have been doing it since dirt was created. They've been doing it for. They do a great job of it. And they have filled out, as far as their club, all the required forms. They do it every year.
Hmm.
Um, they do a really fantastic job. Here at Uari, Triad Jeep Club, Carolina Trailblazers is also a member of Southern Four Wheel Drive.
Hmm.
Members come. Usually we sign up on a roster. But if your club wanted to do like at Uari, if you said, hey, Russ's viewers, let's go do a cleanup at Uari, all you got to do is
Hmm.
call the local district ranger service, set it up. Of course, during the open season, it's easy.
Sure.
But
Yeah.
during the off season, you call, you set it up. Generally, they love it because it's great for them. Um, I see a note. Georgia Bounty Runners has been doing it for 28 years. There's people who haven't even been driving for 28 years. That's how awesome of a club they are. Um,
Yeah.
so yeah, all you got to do is call, get your group together, and go clean the trail. I mean, it's an awesome weekend, or even a day just to give back.
Yeah, man, that's really cool. I mean, we organize like trail cleanups and things are organized all the time, and that's one thing that people don't really you don't see it that often. All they hear is, "Oh, this trail's closed. Why is it closed?" Okay, because a bunch of people are being jerks, or because organizations with funding from somewhere else are trying to fight and lobby to get trails closed. Um, is there any impact that you can see the individual clubs and groups and associations like Southern are doing to um, keep trails open besides the cleanups and things like that? Are you guys involved with like any legal conversations or local laws being put in place?
Absolutely. So, one of the organizations that we're a member of, Southern Four Wheel Drive, is a member of ORBA, the Off Road Business Association. So, they are kind of a legislative group, and they have filed lawsuits against the Moab closings.
Hmm.
Um, I actually was going to post a PDF today that they wrote comments to a trail closure, and they had United Four Wheel Drive Association signed on to it, a bunch of other organizations. So yeah, we partner with them across the country. Um,
Awesome.
and Boom Backcountry Byway is a specific project that Southern worked on for years and years and years. We
Hmm.
successfully kept that open with the help of, you know, Ride the DBB, the Ohio River, four wheelers, Kentucky Crawlers, KNI, tons of member clubs.
Man, and also not only keeping it open, like they just put in an expansion. So
Yeah,
like
it's like
it's really cool.
Yeah, it is like 400 miles. Luke and Clay up there, and Jeffrey Dozier, they're doing the Lord's work, getting that expanded.
That is, I mean, it's super cool. And I want to go back and just Jay here. He was talking about the organization for 28 years. Um, he said that they're able to get a $500,000 grant a few years ago with volunteer labor.
Yep.
That dude, congrats! That is rad as hell. Like I think that that's amazing, and I'm sure that the Forest Service and everybody else involved in that because they're understaffed, underpaid, and overworked. And
Hmm.
it's really easy for them to go out there and not do anything, to just put up a sign and say, sorry, it's closed, and then sit there and write tickets, like that's not what they want to do. They want to conserve it, they want to keep access open to people. And they need some help, and they don't need the negativity. They need positive people that are going to do positive work.
100%. I tell people perception is reality, and for us, the OHV community, if we're perceived as guys that are throwing beer cans out of the windows and leaving our trash in our campsite, that's
Mhm.
people's perception of what we do, and that'll be the reality. If we're giving back to the trails, keeping things clean, teaching people about tread lightly, talking about tread lightly, responsible wheeling, that will be the perception. That'll be the positive perception, and that'll be the positive reality, um, which is really
Yeah.
what we want.
Do you think? I mean, okay. I've got 2 points that I want to make, or two questions that I have for you. Really,
Shoot.
uh, one is permits to be able to wheel in the national forest. What is your take on that, given that it's public land? Do you think that it was reasonable for a Forest Service to ask for like a $20 annual permit to access public roads on a OHV?
Well, so I use Uwari for example because I'm local to Uwari. It is a national forest, and
Hmm.
I actually today got my annual pass. Uh,
Nice. So that answers that question.
that answers the question. At Uwari, the annual pass is $30. Uh,
Yeah. Yeah.
if $30, which includes my camping, my primitive camping, with
Hmm.
that $30 for a year, if
Yeah.
that dollars for a year is going to break the bank, um, you might consider how you wheel because parts are more than $30. But if
Yeah.
it's bank, Uwari has a $5 option for the day. Uh,
Hmm.
you just can't beat it. It's a simple price. I personally would pay twice the price. I mean, it's an annual thing.
Yeah.
Every weekend I've made money. Um,
You found parts,
right, I could collect that much in beer cans. So
and side by side windshields.
that's
You know?
mattresses. I could sell mattresses for $30. But
That's
oh,
it.
the funds go back to the trail systems, and it's a drop in the bucket.
Hmm.
I don't know. I stay home and drink cheaper beer for a week and pay my $30. Uh,
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I see this going off in the chat, and it's obviously been like, I don't want to make certain groups of people like a scapegoat in this situation, but it doesn't matter what vehicle you drive. If you're throwing your trash and leaving your trash out
yep,
in nature, out on the trail, you're a dick, in my opinion. I'm sorry, you're just a dick. Like
yep.
you're gonna say it a lot nicer than I will, but it's quote unquote my channel. So there you go.
That's right. It's your channel. Um,
But
yeah.
having said that, do you think like they're talking about side by sides and stuff like that? And I will say this. Side by sides are really cool. They're really fun. You can make them street legal with an add-on kit and stuff like that. They are pretty expensive, but they're also accessible on the lower end of range. So people that would have originally gone out and just gotten a four wheeler or something like that for some fun back in the 80s, 90s, 2000s, they're moving to the side by side, like
Mm,
with the Polaris, with the Razor, with the turbo stuff, with the like putting 35-inch tires on a side by side. At that point, with even with like portals and all kinds of crazy business, I'm like, just buy an off-road vehicle. Like, but that's what it is. Do
mhm.
you think that it would be a really good idea uh, for Kawasaki, Polaris, any of the dealers and stuff like that to require? They're not going to do this because they're salespeople and they want to make money. But do you think it would be a good idea to require them to take some kind of off-roading class or knowledge course, like you guys said for your club, and try a Jeep club? What do you
So
think about that? Do you think they would do it?
I, well, I will couch it this way. Some states are requiring it, which is fantastic.
Hmm.
I do think it's a good thing. Dealerships through different programs like Polaris have offered $500 discounts on the purchase of your ATV, UTV side by side if you
Hmm.
took education. It's
Right.
$500 for free education,
Hmm.
and people didn't do it.
Yeah,
Um,
that's that's what I'm saying. It's the access, lack of education, and the just the lack of concern, really, because they didn't grow up four wheeling. They're not doing as much, so they don't understand like the impact that it's having
mhm,
of doing these things. And I'm not blaming them. I'm
right.
just saying anybody who is brand new to off-roading could benefit from education. Period. Just especially them, and then like myself, like I've been in recovery situations where I'm like, I'm not really 100% what I should do in this. Like it was crazy. It's like we went to Land Between the Lakes and we had a Jeep down. I was on like a 45-degree angle with like a 20-degree off camber, pinned up against my roof rack was pinned up against a tree, and I'm just leaning there. And
Right.
I'm standing on the brake to not like go anywhere. We had to figure out how to get out of that situation. Luckily, I wasn't there by myself. I was there with very experienced people.
Hmm.
My buddy Brad uh, actually used a pulley or snatch block up against another tree to pull me at least enough straight to creep down, like inch by inch,
Yep.
to get down there. And then as soon as I got down, I had to pull our buddy Jackson like out of a giant mud pit where he almost flipped over. So it's you can always benefit through experience and education. And I
Yep.
think until we can do something about that in a, like I said, in a positive way, make a positive impact, I don't want to just blame the inexperienced. And people don't like to be told what to do. That is for sure.
Hmm.
And so you can just keep telling them, and that's it. Like not what to do, but you can just keep telling them, hey, we should do this. We're doing a trail cleanup. Why don't you come with us? This is why we do it. You know.
Right. Right. And with the full size organizations, um, they're organized. You have Jeep clubs, you have Bronco clubs, you have Raptor clubs, you have
Hmm.
Toyota clubs like the Southeast Toyota Land Cruisers. Um, Seems like full size OHV vehicles have some organization.
Hmm.
Um, the side by side UTVs, I don't see
Oh.
them clubs. They might have a group that they ride with, but they're
Hmm.
not a club. Um, you know, at least I haven't interacted with a UTV side by side club yet.
Yeah.
Uh, and some organizations, some structure like that would actually help get some of those educations in or courses in. Um, but yeah, I do think education is desperately needed.
Well, I mean, that's kind of another thing that it's not another thing. It's a continuance. When it comes to all of the clubs and everything else, like I had an idea a while back ago, and if anybody is watching this or listening to a word that I'm saying, take this idea from me and go run with it. I don't care. Just do it. Make a partnership with a local Jeep dealership or a Toyota dealership or whatever else, and you tell the manager of that store, you're going to say, "Look, I have this network of all of these off-road shops and companies and clubs and all of that kind of stuff. Anytime you sell a 4x4 vehicle,
Hmm.
have them call me. Like have them call me, have them email me, whatever else. We're going
Yep.
to help you build it. We're going to help you drive it, or we're going to teach you how to drive it. We're going to teach you about conservation education, conservation. Like
Yep.
just let's do that. And there are so many Jeep dealerships that are out here, and they could use it to their advantage. When you buy this vehicle, you get access to all of this stuff.
Right. And a lot of the Southern four wheel drive business, the shops,
Hmm.
Off Road does 101 trail riding. I just saw they scheduled an easy trail ride at Windrock. Weber Off Road has done recovery classes and 101 classes. AVO has done it. Um, uh, Jillian, I'm sorry, I'm forgetting. Apex has done it. Apex Overland up there in Reedsville, North Carolina, has done it.
Hmm.
So yeah, a lot of the shops are participating in it, um, and the education's pretty good. Um, Partnering with Morrison's Outdoor Adventures, they do a
Hmm.
fantastic class. Mike's an international four wheel drive certified instructor.
Hmm.
There's so if you look up the International Four Wheel Drive Association, they can point you to an instructor. If you got a group that wants to do a class, look them up. Mike's currently up at Commonwealth up in Kentucky. They do a lot of classes. Um, Mike travels quite a bit, so actually, if you
Hmm.
have a club, a group that wants to do a group training or a private training, either way, just holler at them. They'll set you up. But yeah, that's pretty good.
I mean, I would definitely like to be more involved. Granted, I'm an individual and I've got a 9 to 5, and also I'm married, so I have like travel plans and things to do with
Yep.
the lady. Um, but having said all of that, I've got a couple of trails around here that are moderate and are, uh, I'll definitely volunteer to lead some rides or whatever if there are people around here to do this kind of stuff because, I mean. we got Hurricane Creek, we've got Goat Trail, we've got the the Chattahoochee Turnpike,
Yep.
Cataloochee Turnpike, not Chattahoochee. I was thinking Alan Jackson, don't know why. Uh, so there all that, and then some other local trails that are forest roads that not a lot of people know about or not a lot of people go on
Mm,
too often, and they stay open year round, which is really cool. A lot of campsites and things like that around here in the Pisgah, the Nantahala, areas, which I'm very familiar with. So if
yeah,
there are people that want to get over this way and do some stuff, like if I'm available, I will absolutely, help lead some rides and stuff like that
that's
out
awesome.
here. Um, and then, man, I'm so looking forward to, just it's not even that far away. It's like just a tiny bit more than a month away.
Isn't that
Um,
it's literally around the corner, and we've been talking about it at Southern for quite a while. This will be our first big event at Coalmont. Um, Crazy excited. I want to see it. My buddy, the membership director of Southern, Jeff Dodgen, went with his club, took some beautiful pictures, some really cool spots in the trails that I would love to see my Gladiator on. Uh,
yeah.
uh,
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be up there on. I'm gonna come up on Thursday
yep.
evening, and then I'm tail gunning. As far as the sheet is concerned, right now, I'm tail gunning on. I think it's a moderate trail on Friday, and then I'm leading like an easy afternoon trail on
Nice.
Saturday. Um, but depending on the time and what's going on or whatever, it might do excursions or whatever else. But I'm really super excited about going to the Coalmont. I've never been there. As far as I know, um, I don't know how often full size vehicles I've seen like on YouTube or whatever videos. It's a lot of side by sides and stuff,
Yep.
um, videos anyway. Um, but I don't know much about the park other than when I see the trail and I'm like, I want to put my Jeep on that. Like,
Roger, who is kind of in charge of the park, he told me the other day they're working on adding 30 more miles, and they hope to get
gosh,
miles done before TrailFest. So there may be even new trails that if you're a regular at Coalmont or you've been to Coalmont a couple times, there's going to be new trails, which is awesome. Like
yeah.
I said, something new, some new obstacle. Uh, so it'll be
It's all going
cool.
to be new to me. It's all going to be new to me. So I've just got the honor of being involved in it in some way. So I am super excited about that. And are we doing anything like so? Trail Fest is there. Is there anything going on like over the summer? I don't know if we mentioned when your guys the Windrock event is, and then you have a third one that you don't really know yet.
Yeah, so the last weekend of September, I believe it's September 29th. I don't have my calendar in front of me. So weekend of September that bleeds into October, I believe it's the 29th, will be
Okay.
Dick Run over at the event area, by the campground
Hmm.
for at Windrock. During the summer, it's tough to do an event, although depending on how Golden Mountain shakes out. We may target the summer, we may target the winter.
Okay.
It does take a little bit of time to spin up an event, get vendors, get everything
Oh
situated.
yeah.
Uh, so it does take a little bit of time, um, but we're excited about that one. During the summer, it is tough because you've got basically July with the 4th of July, everybody taking vacation.
Mhm.
August is 800 million degrees here in the South. Um,
Yeah.
and then September, school starts, kids are back in school, and Dixie runs. So
Yeah.
uh, there's a short little window, June maybe. Um, but, it may be one of those deals where June, July, August during the summer, we kind of do some trail maintenance days across the
That,
South.
yeah. That's super cool. I want to be involved. Obviously, we can communicate however we want, like
Sure.
offline and stuff. But let me know how I can help. And real quick, I guess just let all these other people that are watching here now know um, how can they help your organization um, go.
Participate is the biggest thing. Southern, the only way we raise money to fight for the trail is through our events. We do take donations, but we want to have you at our events. Come participate, come hang out, go on guided rides, volunteer to lead rides if you have expertise in something cool. Making sure the loose nut behind the wheel holds the wheel, and want to teach some education classes. Let us know. If you want to help out with leadership, let us know. I frequently say many hands make light work. Uh, so, we need more hands. And then, of course, if you're out on the trails, um, I'll put my tread lightly tread trainer hat on. Promote tread lightly, promote responsible off road recreation, promote positive uh, videos. A negative video will go viral in an instant. A positive one will get 4 likes. Let's get those positive ones, some likes, some shares. Let those go viral, because perception really is reality uh, for those that want to close down trails. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, be active, be participating. That's the biggest key right there.
Well, I mean, hopefully some of you guys watching either now or later on are going to be involved in some of the upcoming events. And again, it's sfwda.org. Check out all the events, read about the organization, donate if you can. And Bo, I really enjoyed having you on. I'm going to see you in a couple of weeks. It's been too long. So I'm glad you got your annual pass.
Yeah,
I meant to go last weekend and get it, but I've got to drive over there and I can't quite wheel yet. So I'm going to wait until opening weekend or the weekend after to go get mine and make it a whole thing,
right.
which will be really cool. And
Awesome.
I'm just reading these comments. Do you guys in the comment section, you guys watching, do you guys have any questions for Bo? Let us know. In the meantime, just a reminder, all of the earnings from this channel is going to mindoverland.org. It's a veteran nonprofit organization that is taking veterans out into the wilderness on adventures to reacclimate veterans from overseas to society at large. And these days it's kind of hard to do. So it's just one of those things to do. I think it's a really great organization. So donate here if you can, help out Southern when you can. And let's see, Travis is just saying, don't move rocks.
Yeah, don't let anybody take a picture of you if you're Travis.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to have to move some rocks for a little bit.
I've taken those the new Jeep Trailhawks out there, and you'd be impressed.
Oh, he's got a Forerunner now. You not know that?
No, he's a Toyota guy.
Yeah, that's why I was making that comment about the flannel shirt. He's got it buttoned all the way up at the top and with the Toyota keys. I'm not digging on it or dogging on him. I'm just saying, like, yeah.
Does he have
does he have a what?
Whittle Watter?
I don't know. I think he's building it out. But we can razz Travis all we want anywhere else. But for right now, I hope you guys that are watching, Bo, I hope that you have a really great night tonight, and I will see you in a couple of weeks. Everybody watching, thank you so much for watching. Please, I hate saying this stuff, but like, subscribe, and share. It helps to raise the funds on this channel. I hope you found it positive. And learning about how you can make an impact in the off-road community and benefit other organizations that are out there with a common cause of getting out there, exploring, and having a great time on the trail. So I hope you're all living life adventurously. And until next time, I will see you on the trail, guys.
Yep. See ya.
Okay, bye. See you. Thanks again, man.
Yeah, man.
Boop.